They say your stages to the top 10. Oh, they forgot how they got here. Why they talking like we not here? Like we been punching on them all year. Y'all forgot about the barbershop, the black stars. The small room, but it stops here. Easy. We about to take it back to the smack era. It's only right cause the block had.
Is Eazy the Block Captain the last superstar in battle rap? I mean, it's an easy question. Think about it. I do this. Don't stop playing with me. Now, when I say last superstar, I don't mean like last ever. And I'm specifically referring to Beasley's assessment of the field in battle rap. When it comes to Eazy the Block Captain, is there anybody around that can rival Eazy in terms of superstardom? Anybody? Anybody? I mean, Eazy has been making a buzz in battle rap for damn near 3 years. For 3 years, whether on the app, off the app, on URL, off URL, Eazy has been the most consistent, most must-see, most entertaining, most engaging battler with the best quality of battles and quality performances. Oh yeah, and by the way, he's like undefeated on the world's most respected app. I mean, he's a superstar in battle rap today. And he's doing all these things while being on an app. Eazy the Block Captain is a superstar in battle rap. No debating. Who just made history just a week ago. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Just a week ago, Eazy the Block Captain made history by doing something that nobody else in his class been able to do. Yoshi ain't do it. Rum ain't do it. Twerk ain't do it. What's that, you ask? Glad you asked. It was the ability to do a million-viewed battle off of URL and on YouTube. Now, I know the rebuttal that you're going to do before you do it, just like a Charlie Clips verse, but it's Hitman Holla. Of course, Eazy did a milli with Hitman Holla. Anybody could do that. That's how y'all sound to me when y'all niggas be talking. Some of y'all, not all y'all, just some of them. And that's a great point. Yeah, it is Hitman Holla, and him and Holla could do a mill in his sleep, and it could have been anybody. So my question and my rebuttal to your rebuttal is, why Eazy? Huh? Did I stutter? Why Eazy? Why did Eazy get a battle with Hitman Holla? Let me stroll y'all to memory lane real quick, shall we? Let me work. Please let me work. Back in 2017, Hitman Holla called out Rum Nitty in his return battle on URL versus K-Shine. Did he not? 2 years later, in 2019, we can clearly see Hitman Holla and New Jersey Twerk in an interview talking about both of them what to smoke with each other. Easily, am I lying? And then literally just a year ago, almost exactly to the day, we can see Hitman Holla and Geechee Gotti literally doing a photo op and promo on the URL stage at any given Sunday, trying to set up their potential battle for the summer. So I ask of you once again, why Eazy? You know what? Let me better structure that question. How? How did Eazy get the Hitman Holla battle? How, Sway? How did Eazy get a battle with the third most high IQ battler in the world, Craig, in the world? Domestically, of course. We ain't talking about no flip top niggas. We ain't talking about our flip top brethren. Them brothers do 50 Cent get rich or die trying numbers. Like, why did Eazy get the Hitman Holla battle on Chrome 23, the first males to main event a Chrome 23 card? Well, the reason you may be able to think of is it was just right place, right time. Maybe Eazy was the only one free that day. Maybe Eazy's purse demands were as strenuous as his peers. Or maybe it's cause, just maybe it's cause Eazy is the man right now. And you know the saying, everybody say it with me, to quote the legendary all-time great Ric Flair, to be the man, woo, you gotta beat the man. And as of right now, when it comes to being the man, everybody wants to beat Eazy. This brings me back to the top of the video to ask you the question once again, is Eazy the Block Captain the last superstar in Battlerap? Now before you get the line, just please let me work. Please let me work. Please don't treat me like a substitute teacher in a hood high school. Like, please let me work. Let me work. Please let me work. Please let me work. Okay? I'm gonna bring up some names and let's see, do they rival Eazy the Block Captain in terms of superstardom? And also, as a caveat, I want to make sure to make this perfectly clear and to clarify, I'm talking about people that have made a name for themselves from like late 2019 and 2020 to today. I'm only talking about people from 2019 to 2020 to today, because that's when Eazy the Block Captain became a superstar. Okay? Let's go. Well, let's first talk about the last person to officially beat Eazy the Block Captain in Fonz. So Fonz is the very first Ultimate Madness 1 winner. Fonz is considered one of the best punchers in his class and on URL and in Battlerap. He's even faced what many people consider the greatest punchers of all time in Av and Rumnitty, and arguably beat them both. I emphasize on arguably. But still, Fonz, when you call his number 9 times out of 10, he's going to deliver. So is Fonz a superstar? But am I going through the change? Is Fonz a superstar? Nah. Respectfully, Fonz has great talent. Talent-wise, he's up there, but I just don't know if he has all the tools, all the makings of what a superstar needs to be. Like, yes, he has entertaining face-offs. He can talk for sure when he decides to talk, but he doesn't do enough promo before and after battles to keep fans hyped and engaged to see his battles. It's kind of like the Jadakiss meme. It's good, but it's not enough. Like, I think what hurt Fonz is he didn't do enough to capitalize on that Ultimate Madness 1 win. He hasn't had enough consistent, impressive performances along with impactful battles since that Ultimate Madness 1 victory. I still don't understand how he called out K-Shine on Gnome and hasn't been able to see K-Shine in 3 years outside of doing a 2-on-2. That's crazy to me. He's supposed to call his shot on Gnome and still ain't got the one person that he called out. Now, maybe that speaks more to URL not respecting Fonz, maybe not utilizing Fonz properly, maybe not giving him enough opportunity. I don't know. But think about this. A year later, on Gnome, your Ultimate Madness 1 winner was on day 2 of Gnome. Day 2. Meanwhile, all the people he beat in the tournament was on day 1. That's crazy, son. What do you think about that? That's crazy. I also think what hurt Fonz is his Summer Madness debut performance versus Danny Myers. And his performance versus Danny Myers fell flat, like a Ric Flair flop. Look how I come around though. I do this. Meanwhile, his compadre, the person he beat within the UM1 tournament, headlined Summer Madness versus Calico. Now, Eazy didn't set the world on fire, But still, he arguably beat a legend in Calico in main evented Summer Madness. By the way, the year prior to that, he had the Battle of the Year on Summer Madness. Where was Fonz? Anybody? Anybody? Now, I just got done rewatching Fonz's performance versus Rum Nitty, and I feel like Fonz has finally figured out how to conquer the beast of the big stage. But meanwhile, a lot of his peers have already mastered that beast, have already figured it out. So, Fonz, as superstar, he has to do, in my opinion, a little bit better in the promo game. Got to keep the people more engaged. Got to perform a little bit better against top tier talent. And I think what's also important to be a superstar, people need to know your story. People need to know who you truly are. I still feel like we don't know who Fonz is as of yet. Once you do those things, I do feel like Fonz could be a superstar. But as of today, no. Real Sikh. Now, outside of Real Sikh look like a Street Fighter character, there was a time Real Sikh was the most dangerous guy in his class and in battle rap. Like, no debate. Real Sikh has his old school 90s New York hip hop style that's not out of date like a J Mills. sorry, it's true. Shout out ARP. But by late 2020, Real Sikh was on this run to where he was reaching that superstar status. Real Sikh in late 2020, Real Sikh was on fire. In my opinion, he would beat Chilla Jones, who would eventually be the 2020 Cody of the Year in a classic battle. Following that up by doing a Kane Undertaker Brothers of Destruction chokeslam tombstone on B Magic in a clothing store. Follow that up with making Danny Myers, the ultimate workhorse in battle rap, quit. Danny Myers, bruh. Like Danny Myers, dog. The one person you will never expect to quit, he may quit at Nome. He was dominating. And he followed up that Nome performance by doing a Hulkamania leg drop to Arsenal in the Battle of the Jerseys. Speaking of Jersey, just recently in late 2022 against New Jersey Twerk, and in my opinion, having the Battle of the Year. And by the way, he would have Pat Stay's last URL battle, rest in peace, in a very debatable battle. So is Real Sikh a superstar? That's a no for me, dog. You see, I said Real Sikh was on the trajectory of being a superstar. After the performances and dominating his opponents, a lot of people were having the discussion in the media, by the fans, in the battle rap community. People are really wondering who was going to take over their class. Was it going to be Eazy? Was it going to be Real Sikh? We need to see Eazy versus Real Sikh at some point. Probably by the following year in 2022. Maybe on Nome, maybe on Summer Madness. And they could potentially co-headline those events by the rate they were going. It looked like The Rock and Triple H in 99. Like, you knew eventually they were going to headline WrestleMania the following year. We're just wondering who's going to carry the torch. But unlike Eazy, Real Sikh kind of got exposed once he hit that big stage. Once Real Sikh hit that big stage, Real Sikh kind of got exposed. Because as great as he was, and he would have a dope round, but when he went up against the likes of a Av, a Pat Stay, a DNA, a K-Shine, who are true killers, he just couldn't compete and dominate like he used to. Now, I know you can say, well, yes, the competition got better. Of course, it's going to be harder, but Eazy went up against legendary top tier talent, and he still has gone unscathed. So what's the excuse? Outside of he has some weaknesses he needs to maybe work on. And to me, I don't really get it because Real Sikh is multi-dimensional. Like, he has everything from punches to angling to jokes to storytelling to performance. And I thought, in my mind, Real Sikh was going to be kind of in that Rum Nitty lane to where his performances are so good, it speaks for itself that he doesn't really need to promo and go crazy in that regard. But from 2022 to now, Real Sikh lost that aura of being super dangerous, like a stone cold killer. And don't get me wrong, Real Sikh is still top tier for the most part. But I don't know, it's not the same. Like 2 years ago, it's just not the same, man. Like Real Sikh's always going to give you 100%. He's never going to slack. But and probably some of it is because he's just too humble. Like he's very humble, very respectful. He's not going to go crazy. He's not going to lash out or do anything like that. It's kind of like a John Cena when he was getting into the game. But what I need from Real Sikh is that ruthless aggression. You understand what I'm saying? He's too much of a nice guy. Like I need a little bit more of edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do this. Stop playing with me. Like, I just need him. I need him to just have a little bit more ruthless aggression. I need him to have more definitive wins, like a definitive win versus top tier talent, like he was doing in 2020 and half of 2021. I need him to get back to that somehow on a stage. If he can figure out how to do that, then superstar he could be. But for right now, no. The big stepper, the skip to my Lou Castro. Now, before we even get started, I'll be straight up with y'all. As a character, Lou Castro is must-see TV. Fun fact, sometime in 2020, I remember Lou Castro doing an interview to where he was talking about either facing an opponent or he defeated an opponent, and he kept spamming the word respectfully. Like, that's all he was doing. Or respectfully. Right? I'm like, respectfully, I like that. That's quite cool. Like, yeah, respectfully. 2 months later, legit everyone within the culture of just hip hop and within just the culture of the neighborhood was saying respectfully. Like, that's all I heard, respectfully. At work, I heard it, and people texting me, women texting me respectfully. Like, that's all I heard. And I'm not saying Lou Castro's the one that created the wave, but it just shows you how in tune Lou is with the culture. Like, Lou is super talented. He's naturally funny. He does skits. He does music. By the way, Lou Castro is like top 3 in terms of battle rappers who make music. It's not even close. He might even be one. Like, him and Surf, we might need to have that discussion one day. But, like, in an interview, Lou Castro's never dull. Even with his catchphrases of, hey, big dog, and I'm mad strong, wild strong. Like, like, he gets me hyped every time I see him. Like, he's a character, bruh. He's a true character. However, notice I ain't really been talking about him in terms of a battle rapper. So, yeah, we're going to talk about this now. As a battle rapper, this is where it gets kind of tricky, because on one hand, nobody entertains me like Lou Castro, and being part of being a superstar is you got to entertain, you got to be must see, you got to be box office, right? And Lou Castro, on one hand, is box office, but he's missing a key element, and that is you have to also win and be box office. Now, I remember a time in 2021 where he was on this run to where he was facing solid battlers and opponents or big names like Mike P, Jack Boy, and Arsenal on big stages on URL, and had that classic 2-on-2 with K Shine versus Avin Fonz, like I previously mentioned. Like, he was on a run. Like, that Summer Madness performance versus Ars in 2021, I'm never going to forget that. That's still the highlight of his career for me. The help, tag me. Like, he looked and smelled. You know what? He was a superstar that night. That Arsenal performance, he was a superstar that night. You couldn't tell me he was not a superstar. He looked like a superstar. He felt like a superstar. He looked comfortable up there. He looked like he belonged there. And there have been a lot of people that I've seen on that stage that did not look like they wanted to be on that stage, looked like they did not belong, and never came back. But that day, Summer Madness 11, Luke Castro looked like a superstar. But he did hit a wall. Wall to wall, I do this. Chris Brownhouse, I mentioned it before. Fonz, he ran into a killer in Fonz, and he got bit. He got bit. Yeah. Then he ran into the likes of the New Jersey Twerks and your Rum Nitties and your Don Ladies, to where Luke Castro just didn't have that same aura anymore, to whether it was he just wasn't fully prepared, maybe he wasn't locked in, I don't know, maybe he just ran into somebody that was better that day. But then Lou went on to try to redeem himself in early 2022 with the creation of Midnight Madness, and he did win a Midnight Madness belt, the Undisputed Championship. It's a big deal. Now, he did beat Big T, which at this point Ice-T could beat Big T, but it's like he was trying to restart and get some momentum. Then he ran into Clips, and we all know Clips is a legendary battle rapper, to where if Clips is 100%, it's going to be a difficult night. And Luke Castro found out that it was going to be a difficult night. Luke Castro did fine. He did do fine, but Clips was just better. And it wasn't even a contest. For real. And that's the issue with Lou, is when it comes to facing top tier talent, even though I mentioned Arsenal can be off and on. When we're talking about somebody that really is consistent top tier talent, I just don't see Lou beating. Like, let me put it to you this way. If I gave you 5 top tier talents right now, let me know in your mind the first thing you think is going to happen if we face them on a Summer Madness. You ready? I'll give you what I think as well. If Luke Castro faced Calico, what I think would happen? Body bag. Shotgun Suge, body bag. Tay-Rock, body bag. Miss Hustle, body bag. Geechee Gotti, he put his body bag in a body bag. You hear me? Respectfully, of course, respectfully. I'm just saying, if those names I just gave you, what would Luke Castro's record be? Most likely it would be 0-5 or 1-4, because you're both some chauvinistic pigs that probably think he will beat the lady, right? But outside of that, like, this, like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, as of right now, I don't have any faith that Luke could beat these top tier talents, and those are just random names. Now, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he could beat these guys, but I haven't seen enough consistency, and I haven't seen the talent in the ring that I need to consider him a superstar. Respectfully. And before we go any further, I know there's going to be some people that's going to say, what about A-Ward? What about A-Ward? Nigga, dude, listen to music and just skim right through it. I said people that have become prominent stars within late 2019 to 2020. A-Ward does not count in this category. He was facing top tier talent since like 2015, 2016 on KOTD. Like, he doesn't count here, okay? So let's keep that in mind. Let's move on. First Lady Flames. Yeah. We going there. Yeah. You thought we wasn't going to mention the ladies on this? Yeah. First Lady Flames. Now, First Lady Flames, she gives me that gully, gutter, grima feel. She gives you like that T-Rex, chess, Eazy, surf type vibe. She's damn near has had like female battle of the year every year, from her Vixen performance, her E-Heart performance, and most recently her Myverse performance. Like, she has this I don't give a F attitude. I'm with all the smoke all the time. Nobody can F with me. I don't mess around. Like, I don't know who you're playing with, but you ain't gonna play with me. Play with something safe. You feel me? It's hard not to love that type of attitude. She has some of the most. She is one of the most confident battle rappers, male or female, I've ever seen. Is she a superstar though? No. No. The problem is that this is a male-dominated sport. So if you're going to be a superstar as a female, you have to, one, be active, and she's not active enough. In terms of battling, she isn't active enough. You have to beat your peers in these top tiers, some of them clean. She's not beating them clear. She's not. Even though she has dope performances, then even the battles I just named, a lot of people have Vixen beating her. A lot of people have E-Heart beating her. Nobody has Myverse beating her. But still, like, when we bring up First Lady Flames and like significant wins, I can't point to a significant win that would say, yeah, that's superstar. That's superstar right there. Like, I don't have I have performances, but I don't have I need wins. Like, I need wins. I just don't have that. Like, I wholeheartedly believe if Flames was a little bit more consistent, a little bit more active, took 2 or 3 more high profile battles within the year against top tier talent, and at least won 2 out of the 3, yeah, we'll be talking about First Lady Flames being a superstar. Cause she has the gift of gab. She could talk you in the building. She could bring in the tickets. But give an opportunity. But as of right now, a superstar, just not today. Get comfortable. Coffee Brown. Now, I know Coffee Brown has been around a while, but in terms of prominence, look, she is the reigning, defending 2022 World Champion of the Year, a true main eventer today. And we've seen her evolve as a battle rapper right before our eyes, and she did it her way. And what's crazy is there's been a lot of weird things happening around her with her battles, from, World Star fights to no-shows to electricity going out to people all of a sudden want to do Houdini magic tricks, pulling flags out, almost causing World War III. And in the midst of all of that, Coffee Brown has pushed through and pushed forward. Need I remind you who she used to be affiliated with? The 3-time champion of the year. No more. She broke away from him, like when Def Jam broke apart, like Jay-Z and Dame. Like, no longer associated with one of the most popular battle rappers in battle rap. And if anybody else, it might have hindered them or hurt them, but for her, it only made her stronger, and she persevered to where she is now considered a top tier female battle rapper today. So is she a superstar? Yeah, nah. No. You see, the issue with Coffee is I don't have enough work. Like, she doesn't have a lot of work out there. Like, this is not an era to where battling once a year, twice a year is going to do it, especially when there's no longer, with the league that she's associated with, there's no longer YouTube drops to where you can really go viral and get the buzz and the fanfare. So with her not working a lot, like, we don't have enough to know how is she really going to do against top tier females, legendary females. We have yet to see her in 2023 today. We have yet to see her really face top tier legendary females. It's unfair because she had 2 opportunities to do it. One was against Hustle, to where we know how that ended because of promo getting out of hand, so we don't really know who would have won that. And 2, her opponent couldn't prepare and decided to not show in 40 bars. So we have 2 instances to where we could have really seen, okay, what is Coffee Brown made of? What happens when she faces these legends in female battle rap? Miss Hustle in 40, and we didn't get to see that. And so now, for me, she has the if factor. What happens if these battles happen? Does she win? Does she lose? We'll never know. So until I get to see Coffee Brown against these top tier females, or legendary females, I can't say she's a superstar. Not yet. All right, let's get to some names, just some honorable mentions I just want to talk about real quick. Saint. I remember Saint. I watched it live, him winning the Grand Prix back in 2021, and I said, okay, this guy has the ability to be the next one up. He does. And after that, he kind of phased out. I mean, he had battles here and there, but he didn't look the same like he did in the tournament. And he even just recently got over the URL, and he does look the same. So he doesn't have that superstar aura about him. He has some things to work on. So as of right now, superstar in the making, maybe, but superstar right now, no. Another one, Prestavia. I said this back in the summer of 2021. She's the next one up. I'm telling you right now, she's the next one up. And looking at her most recent performance versus Official, she did everything I thought she was going to do. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. A lot before a lot of people did. Before she became Gun Titles, before all that, when she was wearing the fedora hats, I saw it. But if she's a superstar right now, she's a superstar in the making. I heard that she's about to have another seed. Shout out to her. Blessings on that. But in terms of a superstar, she needs a little bit more work from me. I'm not happy about her 2022. She was starting off good versus Yoshi, Danny Mars, things of that nature. But then when her J2 performance in Bags of Bodies, she didn't look the same like I'm used to her from her. So she just needs a little bit more consistency. Do more like she did versus Official when she comes back, and then we got something to talk about. But for right now, no. Oh my God. All right, let me get my sip of water. Hold on. Kid Slade. Yeah. Kid Slade, you could tell URL was getting ready. They were gearing up. They was ready. Kid Slade was supposed to be the next one up. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. He supposed to be the next one up. And then J-Rock happened. Turned out Angle happened. And I'm not gonna lie to you, just like Gotti Boom, unfortunately it's not the same scenario in terms of what happened, but I don't see Kid Slade surviving this one. I don't see it. The brother's talented. I mean, I remember back in the tournament before. I remember in the tournament, like, he had this aura about him. I'm like, oh man, this guy got something. He got something. I don't know if he has the it. He has the eye. He might not have the it, but he has the eye. Like, I see something. Yeah. And then he did what he did on Homecoming, the first New York live big battle, big event big stage event since 2018, and he has performance of the night for a lot of people in a land of the jazz, the rappers, and vixens, and mooks and geechies. He had performance of the night for a lot of people. So Kid Slade was supposed to be the next one up. Imagine if he would have beat Tay-Rock. Well, a lot of people still think he did, like me. But imagine, take the angle out. If he would have beat Tay-Rock, oh my God, like he would definitely be a super. I'll probably say he was a superstar right now. But that angle, sometimes you can't survive those angles, baby. So yeah, Kid Slade, a superstar. He's about to be. He was on the rise. He's about to be there. But as of today, nah. All right. This next one. Just sit back and relax with this one. All right. Yoshi G. Yoshi G. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Yoshi G, I think has the best case out of all the people I just mentioned. Respectfully, out of everybody I just mentioned today in this video, Yoshi G has the best case of being a superstar. Out of everybody I just named, she's the most polarizing figure I've seen in battle rap. I doubt there's anybody that's indifferent to Yoshi. Either you love her or you hate her. She's known as being a super master troll. She knows how to get under people's skin. She knows how to get under her opponent's skin. She knows how to make noise, create a buzz, make a story around her. She's a very controversial figure, and she's must see. Yoshi G also is a trendsetter. She's the very first female in battle rap to truly embrace this new era in female hip-hop of that city girl lifestyle and bring it to battle rap. Now, I know some people are going to say, what about Farrah? What about Farrah? Look, respectfully, Farrah's little orphan Annie compared to Yoshi. You understand? Like, Farrah's little orphan Annie compared to Yoshi. You hear me? Like, a lot of these females, a lot of reasons why men did not like watching female battle rap, we're going to be honest today. They were too masculine, and a lot of them talking about grabbing the blicky and all that. Yoshi was talking about grabbing something else, if you know what I'm talking about. Hello. And that appealed to men, and that also appealed to women that wanted to be more on the feminine side. Like, let's be for real here. However, there's also the other side of that, to where Yoshi might be a little bit too provocative. Focus a little bit too on the sexuality and being a city girl, and maybe that takes away from her talent. And then again, let's look at how she moves. I mean, just last year, a year ago, when Midnight Madness was the hottest thing in battle rap, Twitter Spaces was the hottest thing, a lot of the focal points was about her. It was. To where she was about to headline the very first Midnight Madness event. And from that, she was able to actually get away from Midnight Madness and be on the very first Chrome 23 event. In a land of the legendary females, of your Hustles, of your 40s, of your QBs, of your Coutures, of your officials, she was able to get on that same car in New York on Hot 97. Like, she learned how to move in a room full of vultures. Plus, she's very outspoken. She's very vulnerable. She speaks her mind. Kind of reminds me of a female Kanye in a way. And in all honesty, I generally don't know sometimes if Yoshi is trolling, if she's playing a character. She's quite an enigma. Did I mention she reminds me of Kanye? So, with that being said, is Yoshi G a superstar? She should be. I remember in late 2020, I said, Eazy the Block Captain and Yoshi G are going to take over battle rap if they continue on the incline that they are. Why? Because Eazy and Yoshi both at the same time were engaging with the fans, pulling up to all the podcasts, doing interviews. Like, they were very involved in the battle rap culture. They weren't too too cool for school that a lot of these battle rappers are. They were ingratiating themselves with the people, with the BRC. But the problem with Yoshi, unlike Eazy, is Yoshi got into a phase where she was too inconsistent. Where she would have a classic performance like she did versus Tori Doe, didn't have an inconsistent one like she did versus Drugs in the in the UM3 tournament, UM4, whatever number that was. Like, she would have a great performance, then fall off. Great performance, then fall off. And with that, created the narrative of, does Yoshi G really write her bars? That always comes up when she has a bad performance. Did she really write that? And all the controversy surrounding her and you know who. Right? In Battlerap, that's something that you can't really run away from. In terms of ghostwriters and somebody writing for you, that's something that's a hard ghost and shadow to get off your back. And with her having lackluster performances here and there, now that even magnifies the narrative of, does she write her own bars or not? And that's a problem. And then you mix in her being a little bit too erratic. She's a little bit too erratic. She lashes out and she gets people very angry. She backs out of battle. She gets people very angry, and then she plays the victim. Like, did I say she remind me of Kanye? Like, if Yoshi G focused more on being Yoshi G instead of focusing on trying to be what people wanted her to be, I would say she was a superstar. Superstars do not worry about what people think, worry about trying to please everybody. They have a confidence that they know they the ish and nobody can F with them. And that's the issue with Yoshi, is sometimes she displays that confidence, and then some days she looks like she has none. To be a superstar, you gotta now, of course, we're all human. Some days we don't feel like we're the best. Some days we don't feel like we're the world's greatest. But for a superstar, you gotta have that relentless confidence, unlike no other. You gotta have that ego. Look how I come around, though. I do this. Gotta have that ego. That say she remind me of Kanye. You gotta have that ego, man. And for Yoshi, at times she does, sometimes she doesn't. And I feel like if she just moved a little bit smarter, kept better people around her, stop pump faking, backing out of battles, going to go back to battling, all these different things. Like, if she just focuses on just being her, then yeah, I would call Yoshi G a superstar. And I was going to bring up the whole mental health thing, which at the end of the day, we all have mental health. And I was thinking about in late 2022 last year, I even DM'd Yoshi G about doing this piece on her in regards to, like, is she like the female Kanye with the whole mental health situation? Like, is this all just a show? Is she really genuine? Like, I was going to make a video like that about Yoshi, but then I decided, you know what? I want to see how this plays out. Just like, yay. I want to see how this plays out before I give any further opinion on her. But as of right now, a superstar, she's a star. Superstar, no. But those are all the people that I think have the potential to be a superstar in Battlerap, but they're just not. Eazy, to answer the question, is the last superstar in Battlerap. He was on Bel Air, bruh. On Bel Air. Produced by Will Smith, son. On it with Coco Jones. Oh my God. Like, she... my bad. He is the last superstar, man. I mean, he's managed by Remy Ma. He's managed by Remy Ma. And I mentioned before, he's damn near undefeated. He has faced all the top tier legendary battlers and hasn't been clearly beaten, and has dominated most of them. And clearly beat most of them. It's just that most recent battle I mentioned with the million view battle, which was in 4 days versus Hitman Holla, clearly beat Hitman Holla. That doesn't happen. Eazy is the man right now. And Eazy is the last superstar. Now, I don't know who's on the horizon to rival Eazy, but this is a call out to every single battle rapper. It's time for y'all to step up. Who's going to be the guy or gal to be that next superstar talent? Do the promo, do the interviews, engage with the fans, put the work in the ring, beat and dominate your opponent. Who's going to be the guy? Have classic performances, classic battles. Who's going to be the guy or gal? I need y'all to step up, because for battle rap to survive, we need multiple superstars. That's why I did this video, because I need to know. I need somebody to shut up Beasley. I need somebody to shut up Beasley and be a superstar and prove that you can be a superstar, whether you on URL, off URL, on YouTube, off YouTube. Prove Beasley wrong, that there are multiple men and women that can rival Eazy in terms of a star. Because as of right now, there is only one. The King of Kings, Eazy the Block Captain. Battlerap, hold it down. We got the crown. Let me know who are the other superstars, if any, that can rival Eazy the Block Captain, or who are the superstars you feel like are on the rise that had the potential to be a superstar. Comment below. Keep it respectful. Don't keep it respectful. I really don't care. I just want to hear what y'all think. Let me know. Battlerap, hold it down. Hold it down is what we do. Me.
For real, when the pistol lit, I'll put a beam on Mount Rushmore like Richie Rich. Oh, bitches lit. Oh, bitches lit.